We're all swimming in the digital stream, bombarded by information, opinions, and constant chatter. It feels impossible to find clarity, let alone wisdom, right? But what if I showed you how one individual not only navigated this digital landscape, but emerged with a deeper, more profound understanding of life itself? Her story reveals how to find wisdom in the most unexpected place. She found wisdom in the digital echoes. The glow of her phone was the first thing she saw each morning and the last thing before sleep. Notifications lit up like tiny sparks, pulling her attention again and again. She wasn't addicted, she told herself, just staying informed. But beneath that endless scroll was a quiet unease she could not name. The endless scroll trap. Each swipe promised the thrill of something new. Another post, another story, another reel. Yet with every passing hour, she felt emptier. The flood of headlines, opinions, and updates was less like learning and more like drowning. Her mind grew restless. She found herself comparing lives, chasing validation through likes, and feeling anxious when she couldn't keep up. The illusion of connection was powerful, but her heart whispered another truth. Passive consumption wasn't nourishing her. It was exhausting her. The moment of clarity came one night. She looked up from her glowing screen and saw her reflection in the dark window. Her eyes looked tired, not from work, but from being endlessly pulled into other people's lives. She realized she was scrolling, but not really living. Beyond the algorithm's echo chamber, the next morning she tried something radical. She didn't open her social apps. Silence. At first it felt unbearable, like she had been cut off from the world. But slowly, the discomfort softened. She noticed the stillness in her room, the sound of her own breath, the rising sun pouring gold across her desk. When she finally returned online, she decided to do it differently. She stopped letting the algorithm dictate her curiosity. Instead of trending topics, she sought out voices she had never heard before. Books, podcasts, real conversations. She challenged herself to learn something new, not just what was suggested. This shift was powerful. She felt her mind expanding again, not boxed into the same recycled opinions, but free to wander, to explore, to question. The art of intentional digital engagement. She began curating her digital world with care. She unfollowed accounts that drained her and followed those that uplifted, educated, or challenged her. She stopped scrolling mindlessly and started engaging intentionally, commenting with depth, sharing meaningfully, asking real questions. Slowly, she found community not in numbers, but in connection. When she shared her thoughts, she realized she wasn't just a silent observer anymore. She was a contributor. The shift from passive to active changed how she felt online. Instead of consuming without end, she was creating with purpose, finding stillness in the stream. But perhaps the greatest change came when she allowed herself to step away entirely. She scheduled pockets of silence, mornings without screens, walks without earbuds, evenings with just her thoughts. At first, the silence was awkward, but soon it became sacred. In those moments, her mind cleared. Ideas flowed. She discovered clarity she hadn't felt in years. And in the quiet, she found herself again, not defined by feeds or trends, but by her own voice. What surprised her most was how these pauses made her digital life better. She no longer opened her phone out of compulsion, but out of choice. She wasn't controlled by the stream. She was navigating it. Wisdom in the connected age. With time, she discovered what wisdom in the digital era truly meant. It wasn't rejecting technology or demonizing screens. It was learning balance. It was choosing depth over distraction, connection over comparison, creation over consumption. She began sharing her journey online, not as an influencer, but as a seeker. She told others how intentional living transformed her energy, her clarity, and her peace. And to her surprise, people listened. Many felt the same hidden exhaustion she once carried. Her story reminded them that wisdom doesn't mean knowing everything on the internet. It means knowing yourself, even in a world of endless noise. And so, she continues, living, learning, sharing. She scrolls sometimes, yes, but no longer to escape. Now, she scrolls with eyes open, heart steady, and purpose clear. Because wisdom, she learned, isn't found in the noise. It's found in how you choose to listen. This story helps you realize that balance with technology creates growth, not burnout. It shows that stepping away from endless scrolling can lead to self-awareness, deeper connection, and a stronger mindset. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more psychology hacks like this.